Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? Matrix. Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Any member of your name. Pledge. From this day forward, I will never abuse my wife by striking her, disrespecting her. For she is the mother of my children and the producer of my future. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will never engage in the abuse of children, little boys or little girls, for sexual gratification. But I will let them grow in peace to be strong men and women for the future of our people. I say your name. Will never again use the B word to describe any female, but particularly my own black sister. I say your name. Pledge from this day forward that I will not poison my body with drugs or that which is destructive to my health and my well-being. I say your name. Pledge from this day forward I will support black newspapers, black radio, black television. I will support black artists who clean up their acts to show respect for themselves and respect for their people and respect for the ears of the human family. I say your name. Will do all of this. So help me God.
IRS is facing new scrutiny this morning over millions of taxpayer dollars spent on lavish conferences. And we're also learning more about the agency's targeting of conservative groups. NBC's Peter Alexander's at the White House with more details. Peter, good morning.
Savannah, good morning to you. You are exactly right. It's going to be another rough week for the IRS with 3 congressional hearings scheduled and a new Inspector General report out that's going to show that the IRS spent roughly $49 million on at least 220 employee conferences over a 3-year period that began in 2010.
To the left.
The latest misstep for the IRS, this embarrassing video showing agency employees line dancing prepared for a 2010 conference.
Hey, this isn't so bad.
The one with this Star Trek parody from the same conference and a Gilligan's Island spoof. The total cost of those videos? Over 60,000 tax.
Hey, how's y'all doing? This is MrBlowsurmind coming with another thought-provoking topic. And today's topic is about that IRS scandal. You know the one where they had him out there line dancing and doing a spoof of Star Trek and Gilligan's Island. And a lot of people saw that, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who took this story and based on the way they depict this story, a lot of people became very angry about the simple fact that, okay, those who are studying and analyzing the political scene and what's going on know that these are the type of allegations that they're trying to assess to someone in particular in Washington, so that they're trying to, let me put it for those who probably ain't caught on to it yet, they're trying to impeach somebody. All right, I'm gonna say that again. They're trying to get enough allegations of enough corruptions to do what? To impeach somebody. So the reason why I'm going to show this is because some people, based on the perception of seeing something for the first time, you may have just taken it and became angry just for the simple fact because of what your eyes have shown you. See, sometimes what they do in the media is they tell you what you see. Yet you see something, but yet, see, sometimes you'll see stuff and you try to assess it and make a correlation between what is said and what you're being seen. See, you may see some people line dancing and spoofing and Star Trek and that, right? But what did I really see? What I seen this being more towards a particular people, okay, then it was more about the 220 conferences. $49 million of 3 years, and at the end of this spoof that you show a price tag of $60,000. So where is the other videos and conferences of 48 million, 40,000? You feel what I'm saying? See, and it looked like it's that part of the, it's like that part of the, it's that part of the department that got the black section. You know what I'm saying? It was the black section that it seemed like they were showing, and they want to put that as the face of $49 million. Now, you know they gone, right? The ones that they showed you, these are the fall guys. You know they gone. That's why they've been double-crossed. They've been put as the poster for the $49 million, the 220 conferences, the misuse appropriation of the funds, right? And see, this is this thing about when our people try to get in this kind of comfort zone with people, thinking because when I work with you, and then let me show you how to be a little black, and let me show you what we do, and see, they taping and videoing it, and then they got it stored in the background, and then they gonna pull it out on you when they need it, just like us on doing these videos. Once we get into these situations where they coming down on us, best believe all this shit that we putting out here, so whatever you put out here, you better be able to stand on it. When you make this, they're going to store it for break the glass case of emergency. Feel what I'm saying? And so, I'm making a little fun out of the situation for the simple fact it is funny. But the seriousness behind it is the simple fact that it's got a black face to it. Line dancing, and then you're going to show Star Trek, and you're going to show the brother in the front with the damn, I guess he in the Captain Kirk's seat, and then he got a little line that he had did, but I didn't show that aspect of it. But primarily the basis of the foundation of it is black. So how is it that you're going to talk about $49 million over a 3-year period with 220 conferences, and you showing some people line dancing at the end, you only saw a total of $60,000? So, this thing, man, that, our people keep getting themselves into these situations is because you keep putting your defense mechanism down. You think that these people got the best interest for your ass, and yet they keep showing you who they is time and time again. Let me tell you something. A lot of you brothers and sisters, and a lot of you ain't going to probably hear with this, but some of you may be connected to some of these people, and you may just hear it. When you're working with these people, socializing, there's social hours, right? You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting into this grouping, event type stuff, spending a lot of time with one, see, you don't see the underlying agenda coming down the line. And best believe, with a lot of people who are needing jobs, and we're talking about white folks needing jobs, and a lot of people who are of other ethnicities and positions that white folks want, they're finding ways to get motherfuckers up out of them seats because they want them jobs. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do about no education, because that don't mean nothing. That's like going into a vending machine, put your dollar in, you can extract you one. Everybody got one. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not about what you know, it's who you know. It's about who you know. And obviously these people who are working are not putting and connecting because they done desensitized themselves, defense themselves to the fact that they so trustworthy and they just so lackadaisical that they don't be looking at that you should be always on the defense amongst them. Now, this isn't being paranoid. This is not being paranoid about the situation. This is just real life. You feel what I'm saying? So I just did this just to bring this out because I just thought it was a little funny that to be talking about $49 million, and you're talking about some people doing an event that was a conference that's represented that they obviously was going away, and I don't know if it was some kind of contest or something, or somebody decided, let's hang out and let's try to get everybody into the line dancing. So this get in, fit in, amalgamating yourself in, you better have your defense mechanism up. You better have your radar system. You better get ADT. You know what I'm saying? You better get something. And see, what we be having is these sisters that, some of them look like they could be, late 30s, middle 40s. And this association that you be having with people, and there was brothers in there too. You feel what I'm saying? When you're working them type of jobs, those are the kind of people you're going to actually associate with, because look at the kind of job you're doing. A lot of people ain't going to like you. Back in the day, used to sick dogs and, try to whoop them all that was doing all that, but, times done changed. But I just thought it was ironic that they're talking about 220 conferences, $49 million, and you want to show the black department as the reason for why this money is being misappropriated. Well, tell me how you like the video. Make your comments. Subscribe. I just want to bring it to attention. I know people seen it, but I just want to bring a little attention to it. This is Mr. Blows Your Mind, come with another thought-provoking topic. Just like the song says, double-crossed. That's what happens to you. You try to be to the point that you just kind of just, like, in a daze, then severed yourself from, and then when they cut you off, they stole your love from you, didn't they?
IRS is facing new scrutiny this morning over millions of taxpayer dollars spent on lavish conferences. And we're also learning more about the agency's targeting of conservative groups. NBC's Peter Alexander's at the White House with more details. Peter, good morning.
Savannah, good morning to you. You are exactly right. It's going to be another rough week for the IRS with 3 congressional hearings scheduled and a new Inspector General report out that's going to show that the IRS spent roughly $49 million on at least 220 employee conferences over a 3-year period that began in 2010.
To the left.
The latest misstep for the IRS, this embarrassing video showing agency employees line dancing prepared for a 2010 conference.
Hey, this isn't so bad.
The one with this Star Trek parody from the same conference and a Gilligan's Island spoof. The total cost of those videos? Over $60,000 taxpayer dollars.
Took my love away. That's the price I had to pay.
Star Trek parody from the same conference and the Gilligan's Island spoof. The total cost of those videos? Over $60,000 taxpayer dollars.
You love me. To the left. Hey, this isn't so bad.
It's going to show that the IRS spent roughly $49 million on at least 220 employee conferences over a 3-year period that began in 2010. The latest misstep for the IRS, this embarrassing video showing agency employees line dancing prepared for a 2010 conference.
Hey, this isn't so bad.
The one with this Star Trek parody from the same conference and the Gilligan's Island spoof. The total cost of those videos? Over $60,000 taxpayer dollars.